Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a mini book for Hip Kit Club. So I'm using the March 2021 kits. We had a bit of a wait for them, but I'm super happy they've now arrived, and I'm using this subscriber cut file, which is a mini album. So I've cut the cut file 5 times. And I managed to arrange it onto my cutting mat that I could cut the entire 3 pieces from one sheet of paper. I had to turn the card sideways so it was a different orientation to the others, but other than that, and that hasn't really caused any issues. So, but otherwise, I've managed to cut the cover, the pocket, and the card all from one sheet of paper. So I chose 5 pattern papers to use, and I cut the cut file 5 times. Okay, so the finished pages are about 2.5 inches tall, and including the margin with the holes in, it's 6.5 inches wide. So it's long and skinny, and like I said, I've cut it 5 times out of 5 different papers. There was a little bit of paper left over on each mat, so I've used that for other bits and pieces throughout the album. So this video is just going to go through how I actually put the album together, and then I will do most of the embellishing off camera. Otherwise, this process video would be about 6 hours long, so even speed it up. So I can't do all of it on camera. It would just be so boring to watch. Okay, so this mini album is so cool. It comes with this cover that folds over, and then inside the cover you have a pocket, and then inside the pocket you have a little card that slides in and out. It also comes with the margins on the side with the holes already pierced or cut, and it just all goes together really, really well. I really love it. So the pocket itself comes with a little flap to stick, but I cut that off and then I sewed the pocket together because my adhesive probably wouldn't hold the pocket in place well enough. It would be too much stress on my adhesive, which is not the best. I just use ATG. It's brilliant for the majority of things, but it's no good. It's quite repositionable, so it's no good for anything like holding a box together or anything like that. I would normally try and sew any of those kind of joins where there's pressure. So yeah. I've grabbed a piece of purple ribbon. It's a saddle stitched ribbon, just from my stash, and I'm thinking about tying that around the right hand side. The only problem I have with that is that I don't really like ribbon that's not attached. I could sew it onto the back cover, so at this point I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the ribbon itself, if I'm going to have it like that or if I'm going to do something else. And in the end I do something slightly different. I've also used 3 small book rings on the side. I think they're a 1-inch book ring, and they're all in navy blue. I have purple ones too, but I thought that the navy blue was a nice contrast. So my plan for this album is to have large, long photos inside each of the covers, and I've got lots of small ones printed as well. My plan is to make pockets for those to go in. And right now I'm just decorating my front cover. Of course, this kit is not at all birthday themed. It's very rare that we would get a birthday themed kit. So I'm doing my best with what we have got, and there are some pieces that work really well. Obviously, I've written in my title with my with the letters, the alphabet stickers that came in the kit, so that's fine. I've also added a piece of ephemera to the front to house that. It's like a circular colour shape even. A little envelope to the left, of course. Birthday cards come in envelopes, and then I've got the words "So Excited" from the ephemera, and I just love how that looks, and it's obviously so perfect for a birthday themed album. So this is my 8-year-old. It's his 2nd lockdown birthday this year, because of course last year we had just gone into the first lockdown, but it's very unfortunate that it was right at the beginning of the lockdown. So then a year later we're still in the same situation. But we were slightly more relaxed this year in the fact that we were able to have some friends around, only in the garden, but it was better than last year. Well, he wasn't allowed to see anyone. So yeah, I just thought I would make an album about his day. I have, my plan is to put words that relate to every aspect of his birthday. So, for example, we had to have pancakes, and we did presents, and we had friends and fun and cake. And a movie. So all of those words will feature in this mini album. So you can see here I'm just adding my photos, the long photos to the top piece of the cover, the inside of the cover. My front cover's looking good. Nothing's really stuck properly. I have just tacked everything on because I plan to actually turn all of the front covers, the fold down pieces for the front, into shaker pockets. So I'm going to put some acetate on the front there, fill them with sequins, and then embellish on top of those. So at this point, I'm just trying to get a feel for where everything's going to go and to formulate a proper plan as to exactly how I'm going to repeat elements throughout the book. Okay, I'm going to switch over now to a full flip through of this album, and I'll show you all the details of the finished album. Okay, so here is a flip through of the completed album. I have turned every front page into a shaker pocket, and I have used up some of my vast stash of sequins in doing so. I've obviously stitched acetate onto the front of each one so that that can trap the sequins in. I've used a little ribbon as a closure. So I have stitched it. Oh, it's come apart. I need to make sure that I need to stitch that better. So I have stitched the ribbon under that photo, and on the back it's just under that embellishment there and stitched in place. That will teach me for not finishing my ends off properly and just cutting them. Like I said, for every page, I have turned the front into a shaker pocket. I've used pattern paper for every single page and insert. So I've used 5 sheets of pattern paper in total for this mini book. That's all I've used, plus a little bit of white card just to add some journaling onto the insert cards. But yeah, so every page I managed to cut the fold up and the pocket and the card all from one sheet of paper, with a little bit left over as well. So that's the basis of every page. So you can see that I'm starting off, I've got pom-pom trim on the front and the back page, not on the middle ones. I just thought it might be a bit too much down here. But yeah, this album is about my boy who's turned 8, and he's had another lockdown birthday. So excited, 8 today, and I just thought that I would document his day. Okay, so this is the first front cover. You flip up to reveal a photograph, and then we have this internal page here, which has the journaling inside. So for every page, I have added a strip along the bottom, a word that relates to what we've been doing, the main key elements of his birthday. So we've got pancakes, what else have we got? Presents, friends, fun, and movie and cake. So we've got, there are little titles all the way through. And then each journaling card I have used the same paper, and then I've added a small amount of white card to each one, and then some stars again from the leftover paper. So I just punched those out and outlined them and then stitched through them. So that is the insert there, and a little bit of embellishment on each one. Of course, the kit wasn't birthday themed at all, so I just have to just kind of did my best really, and I think it works really well. So enjoy every moment. I've got some photos in black and white and some, most of them in colour. For each flip up page, I've created a vellum pocket at the bottom to hold extra photos. So it gives me somewhere to add my embellishments, and then I've got my photos, nothing on the back of them, but I could write journaling on the back there. I could also add extra photos and extra journaling to the back of here as well, but I haven't done that. Okay, so that's the first page. Then moving on to the second one, so everyone is a shaker, so lots of sequins used up, which is really, really good for me because I have millions. Let your dreams grow. I love all of the exclusive papers and exclusive embellishments in the March kit. I was so happy to finally receive it after such a long wait. There we go. That's the front, and then the back of that paper is the pink. So the pink features heavily on the inside. I love how the cut file allows for the coordinating colour to come through on the spine of the inside of the book, of each page, sorry. And then here with the journaling card, that's the coordinating colour as well. So you can see how that all kind of comes together. And then I've mounted my photos on the scraps left over from those papers in the same colour. So you can see how each page really coordinates with itself. I love these acetate pieces, so I've added those everywhere, and the chipboard and the puffy stickers. Got a house there because we were at home for his birthday, and of course, so that's that one and my photos. Onto the next page, again home, because we were at home. Did manage to have some friends round, which was nice, but this is his second lockdown birthday, bless him. But this time we were allowed friends round, whereas last year we weren't. So I've added friends there. You're amazing. Got some acetate here and embellishments and a tag. Yay for today, and an acetate arrow pointing towards the photo, stitched around, of course, because that holds the acetate and the sequins in place. And the pockets are stitched as well, of course, in order to hold them together. Then we have got the journaling card, nothing on the back, with the stars stitched through. So I've kept the same design going all the way through the album, again with the vellum pocket, some embellishments and space for photos. Okay, next page is this beautiful yellow paper. I'm in love with this paper. It reminds me of a meadow. So I've got a chipboard frame on here and some embellishments, another shaker, of course. And then inside I've got a photo, that one's quite plain. I was trying to embellish kind of colour on colour, but this one I couldn't seem to get anything else to work in this area, so I've added yes there. Fun, a few embellishments on here. The journaling card again in the same style with the stars, and I've stitched through the stars as well. And then here we have a little pocket, a vellum pocket again with the additional photos. Okay, and then the final page, I've added the pom-poms on the final page, again another shaker, just a few embellishment, feel the spring vibes because it's a spring birthday, so that works. And then that lifts up to reveal what we did in the evening once the boys had gone home, and we had a movie night, and journaling card again in the same style. Then here I needed an extra page for cake, because of course we had to have cake. I made those, the cream egg cupcakes. So a movie in the evening, and lots and lots of lovely cake and yummy things. Chocolate lover was brilliant because he's a massive chocolate lover, so am I. And that's it, done. So I really hope you've enjoyed this album. I really loved making it. I love how it's turned out with all the sequins. Just put it together with book rings and sew ribbon closure, which I need to restitch. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, so that was the finished album, and I hope you enjoyed that flip through and you could see more of the details. It's so hard to show a mini album because there's so much going on, and it doesn't translate to flat photographs, does it? Here are a few of the close-up images of the pages, insides, and the shakers as well. Don't forget that if you are a Hip Kit Club subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price, 15% discount off all add-on kits, and access to exclusive subscriber cut files like the one I used today. So lots of reasons to subscribe. Okay, thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.